So let's start with the ankle rotation. With the bottom hand, get a good grip on the heel, and the top hand will go firmly on the ball of the foot. And all you're going to do is see how wide of a range of motion the ankle will allow you to go. So you can go in one direction and the other, it doesn't matter which way you go. Now a good trick to this is to get a really nice grip on the heel so that you have complete control, and that's where you should put your focus when you're turning, because then it's more of a complete full turn when you engage the heel. In reflexology, this is related to the hip area, so it gives you a good indication of how tight the client might be in that area. Okay, next one is called flex in 4 directions. So starting in the same position, with your palm open this time on the ball of the foot, you're going to lean forward and pull back slightly on the heel. This allows for a big stretch. And then hand on top, heel pushing forward. And then you're going to counter twist one direction and counter twist the other one. So take note, if one hand is more comfortable on top or the bottom when you're doing twists, it's fine to flip back and forth. So again, flexing forward, pulling down, counter twist one way, bringing the elbows together, counter twist the other way, bringing the elbows apart. So in reflexology, this is giving us a really good overview of how flexible the body really is. Okay, rotating those toes. Now for this one I like to use a tripod, meaning the 3 fingers, index, middle finger and thumb. And I place that over each toe all the way down to the stem of the toe, so I get as much grip on each toe as possible. And simply I rotate each toe in one direction and then the other. It doesn't really matter which way you go first or second, it's just good to really check to see how stiff they are. If at all, and if there is stiffness, loosen it up. So make sure that you release any tension that you find in the toes. The toes in reflexology are related to the head and different aspects of the head. Also related to ways of thinking. So by working on the toes, you can really improve somebody's mental faculties. So in this one, stretch those toes. You're going to be using index and thumb to pull apart, stretch back and forth, and then stretch back and forth the other direction. And so what it looks like is you go from toe to toe, pulling apart, stretching back and forth as you go. And what you're doing here is allowing more space, more flexibility and thinking in different aspects of the mind. Metatarsal wave. One hand will be supporting, the other hand, using more of the palm of the hand, will rock the toes back and forth. The focus is on the stem of the toes, not actually the tips of the toes. Moving back and forth, keep working it until all the areas feel more relaxed and flexible. The valley rock. In this one you're going to be isolating each toe valley using your hands in a clamp position, down each bone structure on either side there. Get a good grip on toe 5 and 4 and rock it back and forth. And then move down and rock it back and forth, and keep moving down till you run out of toe. And then you want to move over to the next valley. So valley 4 and 3, and do the same thing. Work all the way down the foot, rocking back and forth, and then move over to the next one, rocking back and forth all the way down. Okay, to the number 1 and number 2, which is the big toe and second one, working that whole valley, working out any tension that you see, and making it nice and pliable. And then just work the whole foot in general, just to see if there's any tension, releasing anything, and making the foot happy again. Spinal twist. This is one of the most important ones, considering people have so many back issues. So with this one, you're going to clamp down on either side with thumbs on the bottom and then hands on the sides, and what it's going to be is more of a clamp and then twist action, kind of like you're wringing out a towel. You want to watch here that you're not actually burning the skin like a rope burn or anything like that, and you work up and down the entire arch of the foot, which is related to the spine. So this is going to bring the spine more mobility and flexibility and movement. Spinal twist number 2. This is the same as spinal twist number 1, except the variation is that you throw the hand over top onto the other side of the foot, and you continue the same thing. It's a clamp, twist action, making sure that you don't burn the skin by rubbing it at all. And you just keep working the foot until you feel it's really nice and mobile.